Hello, welcome back, or welcome if you're new to my channel. So this is going to be a general reading. I haven't done one of these for a long time. I was actually looking back. I got guided to look back on all of my general readings from last year on YouTube, and I actually watched them all back last night, and I was surprised at the amount of messages that actually made sense for me, because around I think 10 months ago I was doing these general readings. I was doing them more regularly because lately I've been doing pick a card readings and moon messages more, and I thought I haven't done a general reading for a long time, and I looked back and I was like, wow, like it made so much sense. So I got really itchy nose today. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I literally predicted some stuff and I didn't even realise. Yeah, I think that was a bit of fluff on me, that's why. Yeah, sorry. So I thought, do you know what, this morning I'm not going to do a pick a card reading. I'm just going to do a general reading and just see what comes through, and then maybe in like a year's time I'll look back and go, wow, I predicted that as well. I don't know, but obviously not doing it just for me. But what I have realised is that a lot of the time a lot of messages resonate. I think I've said before on previous videos, a lot of messages resonate with me as well as you guys watching, and I do obviously ask for messages to go to you as well, and I've asked for the right people to come through to watch the video. So if you're here, you are in the right place. Okay, just bear in mind the fact that I had to look back a year later, or 10 months later, for the messages to make sense. So sometimes there is a delay in what happens, so just bear that in mind. Okay, so if it's not resonating at the moment, it might do in the future. So I thought I'd just like get that in there. So I have asked for a theme for this reading to come through either before the reading or during the reading. I haven't got it at the moment, so I'm hoping it will come through as I'm reading, and then I'll pop the title on at the end. So I'm just going to read through. There's quite a lot of cards that have come up. If you are new to the channel, hi, I'm Leanne Marie. I'm an intuitive card reader and spiritual mentor. And yeah, you can check out all of my information in the description box on YouTube if you're watching on there. I'm not sure how long this is going to be. If it's going to fit on Instagram. If you're watching on Instagram, hi, Instagram people as well. Okay, so let's just get on with the reading. So the first card we have is Ride the Wave. Okay, Ride the Wave. This card's come up in quite a lot of readings. Normally, it's about kind of riding the waves of emotions. So whatever's going on in your life, to just kind of go with the flow, go with whatever comes, okay? This card was actually upside down. So what I feel is that there's actually a bit of a pause period. There's actually a bit of a time for you to kind of I'm just getting like a stuck feeling, but it's not actually that you're stuck. It's just that you're kind of pausing and reflecting at the moment. Probably sick of going with the flow, probably sick of like having to deal with all these emotions all the time. What I feel it is that you're still going to go with the flow, but I feel like you are actually so for ages you've been taking your foot off the brake. They're showing me a brake in a car. So you've been taking your foot off the brake, you've been going with the flow, you've been kind of going with whatever life throws at you, but you do actually need to put your foot back on the pedal, okay? So they're actually showing you putting your foot back on the accelerator, but slowly. Okay, so it's like you can move on again. You can move on with your life, and you can start that accelerator, put that accelerator pedal down and start driving again. But just know that as life takes you forward, that you're still going to have these moments where you have to ride the waves. Okay, it's a very interesting image they gave me there. There's a number 14, 1 and 4 together is 5, so it is changes. What I feel like is it's slow changes. It's not like they're not telling you to put your foot on the accelerator and just, you know, go really fast. They're telling you to take it slow, and you're going to start seeing progress. You're going to start seeing small changes that actually make you feel like you're moving forward. Okay, the next card we have is encouragement. Okay, now I feel like this is self-encouragement. I feel like you have to encourage yourself. Interestingly, I did a podcast recently about support and encouragement. It's not actually called that. I can't actually remember what it's called. It was about 2 podcast episodes away ago. So it was about me needing support and encouragement from people, and like other people maybe needing, can't get my words out, maybe needing support and encouragement from people. But this is actually to say that you can encourage yourself, you can support yourself. So it might be that you don't believe that you can encourage and support yourself. And it's not telling you that that is the be all and end all, that you have to do it all on your own. You do actually need that support and encouragement from other people. However, it would help you and support you better if you can have that little bit of encouragement for yourself, even if it's to encourage yourself to get support from other people, if that makes sense. Okay, but it is saying don't let go of that completely. So you might feel like I'm kind of getting this all or nothing vibe, like you feel like you have to go one way or the other. So you have to get support and encouragement from other people or help from other people, or you have to get help from yourself, you have to do it all yourself. And that's not the case. Okay, it's a balance. It's a balance of both. You can't do one or the other, because it won't work that way for you. I'm getting a vibe of quite a lot of Libras coming through on this reading. Actually, I know I'm a Libra, but I'm also getting, there's a few Libras watching, and you are all about balance. Okay, or if you've got a sign where you do feel like you need more balance in your life, then this is for you as well. Okay, so you need to balance the two. You need to ask for help and also help yourself. All right. The next card we have is Field of Dreams. I usually get that film come through, and I think I have referenced this before. I don't actually think I've ever had this card come up in a reading. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's interesting because I think I've had other cards that brought through that film, but I don't think I've had this one. And it actually made me feel like quite good when I saw it. I love seeing new cards come through that I don't hardly use or don't hardly see, because it's like a fresh new energy is coming through. And actually you've got these eggs on here, which is all about rebirth and like spring-like energy, you know, new life, things like that. So I feel like you're going to start seeing fresh things come into your world, things that you've never seen before. And I feel like that's a reflection of your energy. So it's a reflection of kind of where you've been, what you've done, how you've helped yourself, supported yourself, encouraged yourself. And you're going to start seeing that as a reflection back to you. Okay, so whatever you've done for yourself is going to be a reflection back to you. So bear that in mind if you are struggling and you don't know what to do. Have a think about what you want to receive into your life, and then start treating yourself in the way that you want to be. Like you, so to just explain it a bit better. So have a think about what you want in your life. Have a think about how that would make you feel, and then have a go at creating that feeling for yourself. Like have a go at making yourself feel that way, because usually we reflect back into our lives what we feel, okay, what we're experiencing within. So if you can make yourself feel more happy, then you'll attract more happy things into your life. And it's generally about feelings. Okay, so feelings are a real big attractor. Okay, so yeah, this is about sort of dreaming into your world, like what you want. Oh, I've just seen there's like flowers that look like peonies. I think they are actually peonies here. And my mum cut off some peonies from her garden the other day, and I was at my friend's, and so I left some peonies around my friends, and then I brought one back for me. And that is kind of what I mean, right? So it's that split of sharing your energy. So like that balance. Okay, so I didn't want to like leave, I didn't want to not take any for myself. I wanted to share that with someone else. And so yeah, I don't know what this message is. It's kind of like it's that balance and that sharing and like distribution. There's something about distribution coming through, and distributing the good feelings, something like that. So if that makes any sense to anyone, but yeah, if you want to see more love and more good things in your life, then distribute it. Like create that feeling for yourself, but also share it with other people, if that makes sense. Okay, it was a bit of an odd message, that. Okay, the next message we have is wishing well, but it was upside down, which is a bit odd. For this, I'm getting the word creation, creating, creation, creating what you wish to receive. Again, it's like that manifestation thing coming through. But I feel like, because it was upside down, I feel like it's almost like you're walking away from it. Like she's walking away from the wishing well. So it's like you don't kind of believe it, or you're walking away from it thinking, oh, I'm not going to achieve it, something like that. So there is an energy of, I don't know whether I'm going to receive it, or I don't believe that I'm going to receive it, something like that. And it's almost like you're walking away and leaving it behind. I'm also being shown that car again, where you had your foot off the pedals, and you were kind of like, oh yes, this is good. I love that my vision board is literally beside me, because it says more trusting on there. Okay, so it was like you had your feet off the pedals, and in that moment you were going with the flow, you were more trusting. Okay, but I guess now that spirit is going, right, you've got to put your foot back on the pedal now, you've got to start moving forward now. That is why you're like, I don't trust this. Oh my God, I feel a bit emotional with this. Whew, we got there in the end. We got into the message. I felt like I was kind of like escaping the message for a bit on that last card, and it was like, you need to come back. You need to come back into the reading. You need to come back into the message, because now I feel like I'm right in it. So, right, so it's like you are you were less trusting at the moment, because you have to start moving forward again. You have to start putting your feet on the accelerator and actually taking steps forward yourself. You can't let spirit do all the work. So that's that balance. Okay, that's that you do some work, the universe does some work, but you do need to put your foot on the accelerator to get going. Okay, and then life will take you where you need to go. It's almost like you're putting your foot on the accelerator, and then you're trusting where the car goes, right? You don't know where you're going. You're just trusting where the car takes you. And the car is like representative of the universe and life, okay? So it's a bit of a strange message, but yeah, you have to open up to trust, and trust in the fact that you are doing some of the work, so then the universe has to do the rest, and the universe will take you to where you need to go, all right? And just trust that. Anyway, kind of weird how, yeah, it's taken me out and it's taken me back in. It's like almost like someone was not staying with me there. So in that last reading, on that last card, it's almost like someone was going, I don't really know what you're talking about, like what's going on. So yeah, please come back. I hope you're back. Okay, the next card, I got really itchy. There we go. I've got like fluff and hairs and all sorts going on today. What the hell's going on? I can't settle. Maybe that's like an energy of someone here as well, like you can't settle. Everything's just distracting you or frustrating you or annoying you, something like that. Okay, the next card we have is strength. So I'm just going to show you the card. I'm just going to tune into the energy here, because I usually get like a straightforward message with this, but it's not. This reading is so strange. It's not straightforward. It's like there's so much within the normal like card meanings. Like there's so much deeper. Oh, okay. They've just shown me like I don't know if to say this or not. I will. I'm just gonna go with it. Okay, they're showing me like a crystal ball, like a crystal, like a round crystal, right? And be honest with you, like I have like a round crystal, which I am actually selling today, because it holds a lot of meaning and things that I don't really want around me. Like I want to get rid of like anything that is just not serving me at the moment. So I am letting it go to someone who will appreciate it more. Okay, so this is having the strength to do that. Oh my God, I feel that in my stomach. It's having the strength to do that. It's having the strength to let go of things that do not bring you good energy, that do not belong in your world. Okay. It's giving things away, or like letting go of, passing on, like anything that you just don't feel needs to be in your world. Okay. It's really needing the strength for that and having the strength for that. It's not easy sometimes, and you might feel bad, you might feel like you're letting people down, or you're going to upset people. Like, I didn't know whether to say that. I was like, oh, do I say that? Because it's like, I don't want to admit this, or I don't want to let go of this, or I don't want someone to see that I'm letting go of this, or something like that. Whether you're going to hurt someone, whether it's going to hurt you, whether it's going to change something big in your life, there's something going on about that, right? But you need to do it. You need to do it to create peace in your world. You need to do it to create freedom in your world. You need to feel lighter, okay? So have the strength. Just tap into that inner strength to be able to do that, okay? Right. And then the last, I'm gonna just say something actually. I've noticed by watching back my videos, and just now I just noticed that I laugh, right? I think I laugh, and it's so strange. I thought I got over this a while ago, and I was actually having a conversation. I feel it's important to share, so I'm not stopping the reading, it's part of it. So the other day I was talking about this, and I was talking about how I noticed that I used to laugh every time I got nervous. I was talking about something that was personal to me, and I would do this nervous laughter. It's come back. And I thought I'd got rid of that a long time ago. So there's something in here about that. If you are noticing things, patterns that you do, behaviors that you do, that you used to do, that you thought had gone, or like lessons that you thought you'd learn and they've come back. And I talked about this in the last moon messages. So if you watch that, you'll be relating that to this as well. So yeah, if you started to notice that these patterns and behaviors have come back, it's just to make you aware of it again. It's just to, like, I was just aware of that. I was like, I just laughed, and I haven't done that for a while. And I watched back some of my last readings, and I was like, oh my God, I did it then as well. And it was when I was nervous, or when I was talking about something personal, something that I didn't really feel comfortable sharing. So pay attention to that. If you're doing that, or if you're doing something that's come up for you again, behaviors, you know, just ask yourself, why am I doing this? Don't judge it. That's really important. Do not judge it. Just be curious. Just be aware of it. Okay. Yeah, I feel that this card might resonate with that actually. So this card is home. Throat needs clearing. Okay, so this is about communication and communicating something to yourself or other people. Pay attention to that. Okay, when you're communicating when you're communicating with other people, what happens? Like, if you notice anything, any patterns, any behaviors, when you're talking about yourself, something like that. Okay. So this was upside down. Sometimes when it's upside down and it's like on the table and it's pointing towards me, what I feel is to do with going inwards, okay? Sometimes it's the opposite message, but for this particular card, it's about going inwards, reflecting and analysing, and, well, not analysing, I don't want to use that word because that feels like, yeah, it's too much. It's just reflecting and just being aware of your own, what's going on for you, okay? So there's a home within you. Okay, there's a world that goes on within you. And if you think about the word, well, if I think about home, I think of comfort, I think of safety, I think of security, I think of calmness, because that's the home that I would love to be in, or do love to be in. Okay, when you think of home, what comes up for you? And I think it's good to kind of reflect on that, because, you know, how does home feel for you at the moment? And if it doesn't feel comfortable, if it doesn't feel safe, there's something going on within you that doesn't feel comfortable and doesn't feel safe. Okay. Also, it was following on from that last message of, and actually I'm noticing the owl here as well. So there's an owl in a tree. You can see that, yeah. Owl's about wisdom and inner wisdom. Okay, so keep getting that throat thing again. I haven't had issues with my throat for a while, so it's either that is a message for me, or someone's having issues with like communication or communicating with themselves. So yeah, following on from the last message, it's about clearly communicating what's going on for you, what patterns are coming up for you, what behaviors are coming up for you again, what situations in your life are happening again, and why is that? What do you need to speak to yourself about? What do you need to communicate with yourself and be honest with yourself about? Okay, I do feel they are guiding me to tell you to watch some of my old readings. So if you go to YouTube, if you're hopefully on YouTube, and if you have a look at the videos, the general readings from 10, 11 months ago, so like from between July and September, okay, go to whichever one you're drawn to, because there's about 3 or 4 there, I think. So go to whichever one you're drawn to and watch that one, because there's a message there for you. So that's what they're telling me, and it's gonna relate to this particular reading as well. So it's about communicating with yourself, being honest with yourself, speaking your truth, something like that. Okay, so yeah, if you feel to watch that after this one, because I know this is probably going to be a long one, it's already at 20 minutes and I've babbled on a bit. There's something you're closing the door on, so it's a closed door here. There is something you're closing the door on. So yeah, maybe you'll get a bit of an insight from that, or from this one, or from that reading, on something you're closing the door on. Okay. I feel like I'm just talking a bit fast here. Okay, the next card we have is boundaries. This is something that's definitely come up for me time and time again lately. And again, it's not about me, it's about everyone watching, you know, as well as me, because I am human as well, do live a life where I have to create boundaries as well. Everybody does. Okay, so if you don't create boundaries, then you are just open to all sorts of people walking all over you and disrespecting you and all of that. Okay, there's something coming up about triggers and people who really test your boundaries. It's time to look at that. Okay, I've just watched a video by Amanda Davies, who is someone I did a coaching course with, or business course with, and she's now released a new course. Go check that out if you want to join. I can't at the moment, unfortunately, but I would love to. It's all about shadow work, and it's all about looking at your triggers and looking at the things that just, yeah, that trigger you, that bring up all kind of issues for you, and asking yourself questions. So have a think about people who trigger you, or situations that trigger you at the moment. And when I say trigger, I know it's not a very nice word. It's you know, I'm sure you know what it means, but like when you have like strong emotions come up, if someone makes you angry, if someone makes you jealous, if someone makes you upset, or something in your life that literally just makes you change your personality like really quickly, like makes you behave in a different way, react really quickly in a different way, right? Have a think about that, and I just ask yourself a few questions, just kind of get a bit curious. Again, it's about reflecting and getting curious about that. What is this person reflecting back to me? How are they making me feel? And have a think about why that might be, why they're making you feel that way. I won't go too much into other questions, because I feel like if you are intrigued into this, if you want to know a bit more in this and what questions to ask yourself, please check it. Please join or look for Amanda Davies on Instagram. She's Light Purpose Living, I believe. Is her business. I hate kind of like, you know, repeating other people's work, so I'm not going to do that. So yeah, check her out. And then she's got a group, and she did a live video on it. So if you want to know a bit more about that, I feel to tell you about that. Other than that, if you're not interested in that, if you just wonder what this card means, it's just that you need to start really paying attention to who you want to spend your time with, what situations you want to be in, get really honest with yourself, and see if you need to create a bit of space between you and them, or you and the situation. Okay, because you need to protect your energy. And I'm feeling like there's a few people here who really struggle with that, who don't want to upset people, who don't want to hurt people, who don't want to cause conflict. And I completely get that, because I am like that sometimes, and I was very much like that years ago, strong me. But in order to stay in good mental health, in order to protect yourself and feel better in yourself, you do need to set those boundaries, okay? You do need to kind of find a way to look after yourself as well as keep them happy, I guess. I don't like saying keep them happy because, you know, we don't need to keep others happy. But if that's the way you want to feel, then, you know, you need to find a way to do that. And it's that balance thing again, okay? Us, me and them, okay? You look after yourself and look after them in whatever way you feel is comfortable for you, okay? The next card we have is Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? But it was upside down, okay? And when it's upside down, it's almost like this, again, it's like you want to put brakes on. But again, it was upside down. I feel this strongly. I feel like you are in a position where you don't want to move forward. You don't want to put your foot on the accelerator. It's almost like you're being very resistant to it, and it's that not trusting thing. It could be that you, I don't know, I'm getting someone who might have been out of work for a long time, and you've just got yourself into this state of, I'm really comfortable, like I've got used to not working, but I need to work, right? I do know I need to work. This isn't me, this is just what I'm being given. And the universe is going, right, it's time for you to start putting your foot on the accelerator, start looking for work, start applying for things, and then we will take care of the rest. Or in a relationship, right? If you've not been in a relationship for a while and trust comes into that a hell of a lot, right? You're not trusting for certain reasons. That might be the people who are not trusting as much because you're not trusting relationships. You're not trusting yourself or them or, you know, other people or whatever. So you're putting the brakes on that. And the universe is saying you need to start looking about. You need to start opening yourself up to that again. You need to start putting your foot on an accelerator and actually taking some steps forward to that, because you're going to stay stuck. And if you stay stuck, you'll be in that energy for quite a while. I actually had a friend that said that to me the other day. She said, don't let it go on too long, because you will then get stuck in that for a long time. And it, you know, months could turn to years and all sorts. And I was like, but I'm not going to stay in that for that long. Do you know what I mean? But I just got reminded of that. So she could have a point. All right. So just what I felt like sharing that. Okay. And then the next 3 cards are spirit animals that are going to be giving you some messages. And then I've got like the last card is from the Angels and Ancestors, which is about the, I'm going to read from the book in this, and that's going to be like a wrap-up message. But I'll go through the spirit animals first that are here to support this reading. So we've got honeybee, divine feminine energy. It says you are being called on to rise. And then we've got lion, honor your soul and celebrate its journey. And penguin, diamond light activation. Light activations and new energies are coming your way. Be open to receive and welcome them in. Oh, my stomach is going crazy with this and I'm getting shivers. Okay. 3 kind of different messages, but they kind of tie in with the rest of the reading. So the first card we had was divine feminine. Okay, this is about that putting the feet on the accelerator. This is about you know, where you're at the moment. So divine feminine is more receiving, it's a more allowing and in the flow, and I feel like that's where you've been. But if you notice, there's a bee here, okay, and bees normally represent work, okay, and they normally represent work bees, like doing some work. Right, so just as I said, you can be in that feminine energy, you can still be in that go with the flow state, but you do need to put some work in as well. Okay, you can't just sit on the sofa and do nothing. You can't just you know, let life take completely over, because you're not going to have anything happen, because you're not actually showing the universe that you're willing to put work in yourself. Okay, so you do need to do both, right? Yeah, bees, wasps have a purpose in this. I know I said wasps. Do wasps have a purpose? I don't know. Sorry. Correct me on that. Like, let me know. But bees have a purpose and you have a purpose. Okay, the flowers have a purpose. Life has a purpose. You have a purpose. It's all one. Okay, life just doesn't do everything on its own. You do need to put the effort in as well. I think I'm literally repeating myself there. So it's a balance. It's a balance of masculine and feminine energy. You can't just have feminine energy on its own, okay? The next card we have is Lion, Honor. Honor your soul and celebrate its journey. So this is honouring where you are being called to, where your soul's being called to. Whatever you've been through has led you to where you are now, and it will lead you to where you're going to go. But you won't be going anywhere if you're not putting your foot on the accelerator. Okay, so same message, but it's also about bravery, because lions are about courage and bravery. So it's having that, and also being drawn to the Strength card again. It's so that, you know, having the strength to let go of what you need to let go of, and also just being brave and stepping forward. I'm being shown someone who's maybe learning to drive, someone who's learning to navigate this world, and they are struggling to put their foot on the accelerator because they're not trusting what's going to happen with the car. They're not trusting what's going to happen to them while they're driving, because they're not familiar with it. And this might be that you're in unfamiliar territory at the moment, somewhere you've not been before, somewhere like that you're not used to. Okay, so just have that faith. You're going to have the driving instructor beside you. And if you think of the world and the universe and life, oh, got shivers. If you think of life and the universe and whoever you believe in as the driving instructor, okay, you are safe, you are held, you are supported. You know, just have to trust that you are going to be fine. Okay, you're going to be safe on the journey. You've got someone there to, they've got their own pedals, okay, in the car. They can, anything that you do wrong, like if you make a mistake, they can correct it. All right, so use that as like an analogy for life and the universe and where you're going, if that makes sense. Okay, next card we have is Penguin, Diamond Light Activation. What I got with this, I didn't actually, apart from the last bit that said open to receive, I didn't really like take much from the light activation message, but you might. But the penguin on here, I'm seeing it as without a soulmate. Okay, if you think about penguins, I normally think of two penguins together. I don't normally think of one. I think of two penguins together with a little stone pebble, you know, because when penguins like mate for life, don't they stay with the same penguin, and they have a little pebble, and they bring a little pebble to the other, I don't know if you know this, but they bring a little pebble to the other penguin, and that's how they choose their soulmate, and then they stay with that same penguin for the rest of their life. And I think that's just lovely. I love it. I love how penguins work. But this penguin's on its own, okay? So it's like you are just literally like on your own in a situation. I'm not saying it's about relationships. It could be for people who are on their own, but it could also be for anyone. If you're in a relationship, that's fine. It could be that you feel like you're on your own with something, okay? You're on your own in life. You're on your own with whatever you're struggling with, okay? You're really not. All you've got to do is go and find that pebble, okay? You've got to go and find that other penguin. You've got to go find that job. You've got to go and find that friend, find that home, whatever it is. You've got to go out and seek it, and then you've got to claim it, right? Get that pebble and claim it for yourself, right? You won't be doing that sitting on your sofa not doing anything. You won't be doing that just chilling out and thinking, oh, they're going to come to me. That job's going to come to me. That home's going to come to me. It's not going to happen that way. You need to put your foot on the accelerator. Okay? So we keep coming back to the same thing. I love it though, that they're all kind of like, yeah, merging and making sense with the other cards. Okay, and then last up, wow, for like 33 minutes. I'm so sorry. Hope you're still with me. Okay, the last card is Drum. And I'm going to read the message for this because I don't want to do the whole cliche thing of beating to your own drum or, you know, or whatever. I don't feel to do that. I feel to just read the message in the book, and hopefully it will kind of join up with the rest of the reading. So, Drum, Dream and Journey. Already we've got Dream card, Field of Dreams, and we've got something about journey, haven't we? Yeah, where are you being called to journey to? So message, journey inwards. What did I say? Journey inwards to uncover insights and information that will be important for your path. Then follow the guidance. In shamanic traditions in all four corners of the world, the drum is recognized as the main tool used by medicine men and women to direct their will and meditate and aid meditation. A drum beat can become hypnotic and send those listening into an altered state that can allow them to journey to the spiritual realms and meet their guides. When the drum card appears in a reading, there are opportunities for you to dream or to bring an inner vision into reality. Extended message. You are very connected to the other worlds at this time. The wisdom and intelligence of the earth and her magic surround you. The drum, which echoes the sound of Mother Earth's heartbeat, has cleared the cobwebs and dust from your inner vision. What you have seen in your dreams and inner vision is not imagination but guidance, particularly if it has been coming to you repeatedly and has the potential to become reality. Dreams come true, know it and live it. So it kind of goes with that message of you not believing in your dreams, not believing in what's going to happen, seeing the signs, so that kind of goes with that, paying attention to the behaviors and the patterns that are coming up again, because that's where the work is, that's where you need to focus, okay, and try to kind of change that to be able to move forward. See what your patterns are. If you're continuously doing the same thing, you need to change something. All right. So that is the general reading. I hope it made sense to you. Please let me know either in the comments or private message me. If you do want to book a personal reading, then all my links are in the description box or in the bio link on Instagram. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next reading. Bye.